The other day I sent out an email to my newsletter about death because I think a lot of people avoid it. And I don't blame them. We're all scared of death. We use religions and beliefs and things like that to help comfort us and help us be less scared of this thing that's inevitable and this thing that's going to happen to all of us. I'm here to tell you why death isn't actually a bad thing and why it's something that can help you live a better life. Now, this can either scare you or it can free you. And for me personally, it used to scare me. Every time I would think of death or think of dying, I'd get really scared. I would try and avoid it. I would just feel so powerless against it because there wasn't anything I can do. And then after learning more about philosophy and learning more about why death isn't as bad and like it's gonna happen, so why should you be scared of it? Like it's a natural part of life. It started to free me. I started to be more free in my life. You see that girl that you like, you just go up to her, you take action. You no longer stress about things that you're doing. And this is what I want to help you understand today, is that you shouldn't be scared of death and you can actually use death to your advantage to live a better life, to overthink less, to be less scared of things. You don't want to die a coward. So many people push things off with how they take action because they don't think they're going to die. Well, here's the thing. Most people either think that they're not going to die or they just haven't really thought about it. Or they think, yeah, I'm going to die, but in like 90 years or like when I'm 90 or when I'm 100. They don't realize that death is something that can happen any day. You could die tomorrow. The people you know and love around you could die tomorrow. So when you take action, when you're thinking about taking action and starting to do something, stop pushing it off. Everyone talks about, yeah, I'll start sometime, I'll start tomorrow, I'll start just like when the conditions get better because right now they aren't that good. When you confront death, you take action now because you realize you don't always have time to take that action. If you want to go strive for a goal, if you want to go towards getting something, if you want to live a life where you're more free and say you don't want to work in an office or something, you need to take action now. You need to start that business now. You can't push it off and push it off and push it off and just get older and older and closer to death and closer to death. And eventually the next thing you know, you died a pussy who didn't do what he wanted to do with his life. It's not who you want to be. You don't want to die a coward. But realize this. Spend some time to think about it. I understand everyone's scared of death. It's just one of those things. Like as much as anyone can say I'm not scared of death, everyone's got some fears about it. And that's okay. Like that's perfectly understandable. Not being alive anymore. I mean, depending, some people believe in reincarnation, whatever. It doesn't matter what you believe in. It's just, it happens to everyone. And the thought of leaving this life and not being able to live this life anymore is quite scary. But you got to realize, is your life really this? That was a quote from Meditations. It was, this is the life you fear death from? Living the life you're living now, that's what you fear death from? And what he was saying with that, that's very paraphrased. I don't know if that was actually what he said, but it's basically what he meant by that saying was like, this is the life you're scared of death from? Like you're barely even living. Live before you become scared of death. You're scared of death of a life you're barely even living right now. So confront death for a second because it shortens your time frame a little bit. It makes you thinking like, oh shoot, like I shouldn't push things off. I shouldn't say I'm going to get fit, I'm going to get healthy later or sometime. You should do it now. I'm not going to keep saying that I should start this business, that I should start this YouTube channel later or like next week or next, in a little bit. Right now, you got to start it right now. I'm not going to keep pushing off reading this book or doing this thing for long because you got to understand you don't have forever to push things off. You don't have forever to continue to be like, well, I'll just do this later. Like, I'm just feeling tired right now. I'm really exhausted today. I'm just going to spend the rest of the day playing some video games because I'm feeling really tired. You got to do it now. You got to take action. You got to go out there and go for the things that you want in life. And this is another thing, is that when you spend the time to actually, be afraid of death. Sit down and think about it for a little bit and let it scare you a little bit. Let it scare you. It's not a bad thing that death scares you. That's not a bad thing. You should be scared of death. It's what you do with that fear that matters. You can use that fear to like sit up or sit down or whatever and be like, man, I'm gonna die, so like, what's the point in this all anyway? I'll just keep eating junk food and playing video games and hating my life till I die, because that's how some people think. Or you can be like, okay, wait, I'm gonna die one day, and I'm genuinely scared of this, and like, this is something that is gonna happen to me, and I just gotta confront that fact. So how am I gonna live now? What am I gonna do with that new information? I'm scared of death. Okay, that's alright, that's natural, that's normal, of course we all are scared of death. So should I keep procrastinating? Should I keep not doing the thing that I want to do? Should I keep letting that girl that's at my school walk by without talking to her, even though I really like her and I just want to go up to her? It changes your mindset. It changes your frame. And I used to hear things like this too, of course. Like I seen videos talking about just go up to the girl because you're going to die one day, whatever. And it didn't really... I didn't process it in my mind because I still wasn't thinking about it. Imagine the sensation. Like this is on some dark shit, but like sit down and imagine what it feels like to die. It's not going to be pleasant. That's what Robert Greene said. You're going to die and it's not going to be pleasant. Everyone thinks they're going to die of old age. It's going to be painful. It's going to suck. Think about that. Think about that. It's going to fucking suck. It's going to hurt. It's going to be painful. You're going to maybe be regretting all the things you didn't do. Sit in that pain for a little while. Just think about it. Let it hurt you. Let it make you sad. Let it make you scared. Let your emotions happen. And then use those. Let it actually sink in, and then realize that anytime you're going to bitch out at doing something, anytime you're not going to take action, remember those feelings and be like, that's coming. Eventually there's going to be a day where that happens. So let me just do it. Let me just take action. Fuck it. Let me just do it and see what happens. Because in the worst case, you both die and everyone forgets about you anyway. Like that's all. The world's going to move on without you. I put that in my email too. You will die and the world will move on without you. As much as you think people are going to remember you forever and stuff, the world moves on. They'll see your picture every once in a while and be like, oh man, hopefully there will be some people who are like, man, I miss him. But like, that's it. They'll move on. They'll go on with their jobs. They'll go on with what they're doing. And the world will just continue. So just do your thing and live life to its fullest. I don't like saying enjoy your life because people have the wrong definition of enjoying, like partying and playing video games, and like that's what people consider enjoying. So I don't say enjoy, but just live your life to its fullest, because that makes you think in a different mindset. Partying isn't living your life till its fullest. That's shortening your life. Live your life to its longest extent. And dream big. You might as well dream big. Everyone likes to talk about setting smart, realistic goals. And why the fuck are you going to set smart, realistic goals? You're going to die one day. Are you going to be happy that you achieved your goal, your smart goal? You achieved your smart goal. Congratulations. When you die? No, you're going to be mad you didn't go after something bigger. You're going to be pissed off that you didn't go for a hotter girl, or you didn't try and start a business and instead you got the job that would accept you. You're going to be regretting those things. You're not going to be happy because you achieved your goals. Your goals aren't meant to give you a sense of dopamine. This is what people get wrong. You're not meant to see your goal, achieve it, and be like, yay, I'm doing so great. Like, you're meant to see your goal and have it be so big that it motivates you to take action. You're not meant to hit the exact number, like say you wanted to make $5,000 last month. You're not supposed to make exactly 5,000. You're supposed to just use that to motivate you to work harder. If you're not hitting your goals, that's fine. They need to just be big. They need to motivate you. That's what goals are meant to do. They're not meant to give you a little boost of dopamine because you hit your goals. You hit 5 goals this month. Congratulations. Like, what's the point of that? Set bigger ones. Go bigger. Because you're gonna die one day. If you want to be a musician and you really just want to like become famous and like, bro, thousands of people have done it, so why can't you? Thousands of people. If you want to become an actor, you want to become a really good actor, that's just like what you love, go and do it. Check it out. Maybe you'll hate it, but like do it. Just like go out there and do it. Don't let people convince you, oh, only 0.1% people can become an actor, and like, you're not gonna do it. Just listen, take the normal job, and like, just, who cares, man? Maybe you don't become it, but at least you try. At least when you're sitting on your deathbed, if you are and you don't die from some sudden reason, at least when you're sitting on your deathbed, you can go like, I tried. That's it. That's all. It's not about hitting it, it's not about doing it, because in the end you're gonna die anyway, and you being an actor, you being whatever you want it to be isn't gonna matter. But at least you can feel a sense of fulfillment from the fact that you've tried. At least you can sit there and you can't go, fuck, I just sat there and I worked an office job my whole life, or I worked this laborious construction job my whole life, and like, I didn't do what I wanted to do. Countless people die thinking that every single day. Countless people die sitting there going like, fuck, so in the end it's just like this anyway. In the end it doesn't matter. So why didn't I just go after that thing? They've interviewed older people who are about to die, and many of them just say, should have just gone after something bigger, should have just done something more fulfilling. I didn't enjoy this thing. I don't know why I stuck with it. I believed in security, and I believed in keeping this. Yeah, that's important. You don't want to be stressed your entire life either, but you want to try. You want to go after big things. So keep this as a reminder. Anytime you're going after something big and anyone's like, nah bro, don't do that, like just pick the secure, easy, safe thing, remember, be like, look, I'll die in the end, it's not going to matter anyway. And use that to make you take action. Use that to make you work really hard towards something. And in the end, maybe it doesn't work out, but like, you can still sit there and you can still go, I tried. I tried my best, and like, got a smile on your face. You don't want to die the guy who's just sat there not with a smile on his face looking back, and instead going like, fuck, what did I do? Like, what did I spend my time doing? That's not the guy you want to be. If you're new here, my name is Adam Blondin. I make videos to help young guys specifically live better lives. So if you're a young guy and you want to live a better life, then this channel's for you. And also go join my email newsletter. I don't try and sell you any things. I don't have any courses, any programs. I literally just give you advice whenever I think it's necessary. This video was basically just an email put into video form, and I send these out consistently. I can only make so many videos, but I can send loads of emails to you. So go join that and have a nice day. See ya.